What's going on, everybody? GemMint here, and we have an advanced look at the Spider-Verse Spider-Geddon Omnibus by Dan Slott and more. We're going to take a look at the construction of this book, what it collects, what the art looks like, touch briefly on the story, and talk about the release date. Let's jump into it. Alright guys, so this is the direct market variant cover by GemMintC. The regular cover is the Justin Ponzer cover, which has been homaged in a classic Spider-Verse cover. This has 1,440 pages and retails $125. Here we have the spine here, Spider-Verse Spider-Geddon, Dan Slott, Gage, GemMintC, Copiel, Molina, and the back here. So here we can see the cover price. You have the art on the back, Arachnomania, and it collects a ton of issues. We should probably look over this more in the table of contents. Now, this is a pretty early look at this omnibus. It's scheduled to be released on February 21st of next year, 2023. The inside of the dust jacket has a biography on this story. It tells about the Spider-Verse and the Spider-Geddon storylines. Has a biography on the creators, like I mentioned, Dan Slott and so on. And it has a beautiful wraparound cover here. Nice, vibrant artwork. You got the green background, all the spiders, and of course, all the different spider people. All right, guys, let's open up the omnibus. You have some all black interior cover pages, nice big splash title page, and of course, the table of contents, which the omnibus isn't necessarily numbered, but at least you know what order that it's mapped out in. So, starts off with the Free Comic Book Day 2014 by Dan Slott. Then it gets into Superior Spider-Man 32 and 33. Then you have the Edge of the Spider-Verse. Now, this is the very first Edge of the Spider-Verse, which has the first appearance of Spider-Gwen. Then you have Amazing Spider-Man 7 and 8, which would follow the Superior Spider-Man run by Dan Slott, the return of Peter Parker. Then it has Amazing Spider-Man 9 through 11. Well, I guess 12 through 15. So basically 7 through 15 of Amazing Spider-Man, but must be different creators here. Then you have the 2-issue Spider-Verse miniseries, which has multiple short stories within each. Spider-Verse Team Up 1 through 3, Spider-Man 2099 5 through 8. This was the modern Peter David run. You have Scarlet Spiders 1 through 3, Spider-Woman 1 through 4, Superior Spider-Man 32 through 33, Edge of Spider-Geddon 4-part miniseries, Vault of the Spiders 1 through 2. Then you have the Spider-Geddon 1 through 5 miniseries, Peter Parker, the Spectacular Spider-Man 311 through 313. Then we got Spider-Gwen, Ghost Spider, the 4-issue miniseries, the 3-issue miniseries for Spider-Force, the 3-issue Spider-Girls miniseries, and then a Spider-Geddon handbook. So that's what's collected in here. Here we have that Free Comic Book Day book that I mentioned. And then we jump into the Superior Spider-Man stuff. So most of this omnibus I read as single issues while it was coming out. The Superior Spider-Man was a great run by Dan Slott. I got back into comics when he jumped on the Amazing Spider-Man title. Then he would eventually kill Peter Parker and have Otto Octavius, his mind, inhabit Peter's body, and he would be like the perfect version of Spider-Man. That was a great series. I remember when Edge of the Spider-Verse came out. So this introduced this Spider Noir in issue 1, and then issue 2 was the, like I mentioned, the first appearance of Gwen Stacy, which we'll get to in just a moment. It was basically like a series of one-shots for that 5-issue miniseries. So as we can see how it's mapped out, you have Edge of the Spider-Verse 1, but then it jumps back into Superior Spider-Man, so seems to be mapped out more in a publishing order than necessarily just clumping all those series together, which I like. Here's the Silk story, Cindy Moon. And basically, this is the Moreland Story, the whole traveling throughout the multiverse, killing off Spider-Man, sucking up their life essence, and going after the Spider-Man Prime, Peter Parker, which Dan Slott is currently revisiting in his Spider-Man adjectiveless title. See, then it jumps into Edge of the Spider-Verse 2, and at first it was just the new Spider-Woman was Gwen Stacy, but she became so popular that they changed her name to Spider-Gwen. Then they started making all these different Gwen Stacy spin-offs and Gwenum and all this other stuff. Took on a life of its own. Jumping into Edge of the Spider-Verse 3. So there was some other Spider-Men that didn't really become that popular. I know they had the big like anime-style robot one with the little girl. I think that was in issue 5. I think this one right here is issue 4, and this was more like a horror story where he becomes like Man-Spider. It's funny how like the Edge of the Spider-Verse 2 character kind of popped off Yeah, here goes issue 5. So you had this like mech suit Spider-Man. It was, like I said, very anime inspired. Here goes Moreland. You get Spider-Man 2099. So the only thing I don't think I really read here, I don't remember really getting into the whole Spider-Geddon 5-issue miniseries. I feel like I read everything else but that, so I should probably jump into this and give it a read, but just wanted to flip through this and share it with you guys. Amazing Spider-Man 9. This is after the Superior Spider-Man stuff. Peter Parker is back. Then we have Scarlet Spiders. Amazing Spider-Man 11 here. And with this type of event compilation omnibus, you're going to get a bunch of different artists. This is the 1960s style. I believe this was the Gwen background on how Peter Parker died. She couldn't save him in her universe. I love the covers for the Spider-Man 2099 series. And with the Spider-Man 2099 omnibus coming out by Peter David, labeled as Volume 1, it collects all the 90s material. So I'm thinking as we get into Volume 2, it's going to be collecting the entire Spider-Man 2099 volume that he did during this era. Here we are in 2099 with the Punisher of that future, Ben Reilly as new Spider-Man. So as you would expect, you know, it's Spider-Men and Spider-People from all different multiverses going up against these, you know, this Moreland character and his family, which were seemingly unbeatable. Here's some Clayton Crane action. You got a Doc Ock Spider-Man. So you kind of know what you're getting yourself into. Spider-Punk. Here goes Edge of Spider-Geddon 4. Got some variants in the back, and there are variant bonuses in the back of the omnibus as well, but you're going to get that sprinkled throughout the Omni. So you're getting all the material from this time. You got some Miles Morales action here. Spider-Ham. All right, but you get the gist of it. Let's go ahead and jump to the bonus material. The Spider-Geddon issues end this omnibus. So this is the Spider Handbook. Kind of like a Marvel Universe encyclopedia style issue. Giving you the background on all these different characters. Definitely a must to throw in here for this omnibus. And since you're getting most of those variants behind each issue, oh, love me some Doppelganger. There's not as many in the back. So once we get past the handbook, it shows us the Gabriel Del Otto connecting covers. I always wanted this. I know they have like a canvas of this. I might still have to hunt this down one day. Then they have an In-Hyuk Lee connecting cover set, but you just see all the artwork together. That's awesome. And we have some more variants. See Spider-Man in the PS4 suit. Double page pinup. And that's it. This video is brought to you by THATSPIDERMANBOOTH.com. That Spider-Man Booth is now doing subscription boxes, and they have some great exclusives for the month of December. They got a Ninja Funk Issue 2 Secret Christmas cover. It's an Alex Cormack exclusive with concept art by JPG himself and Molly Wood. They did 250 regulars, 100 foils, and there's a 1 out of 1 medal. Cover has not been revealed yet. Also, will include an Alpha Betas one. Same cover artist, Alex Cormack, who has that Rick and Morty style. Another concept by JPG McFly, which they made 600 regulars, 100 foils, and another 1 out of 1 medal. Make sure to visit ThatSpiderManBooth.com and subscribe to their subscription box. And there we have it, y'all. I didn't even know this was coming out, man. I don't really stay on top of the omnibus solicitations as I used to, but Spider-Verse Spider-Geddon definitely collects a bunch of material from the 2014-2015 era. All of that great Edge of the Spider-Verse stuff leading into the Spider-Verse and Spider-Geddon. Now, you could pre-order this and purchase this from places like Organic Price Books. That's who I typically go through. Big shout out to Marvel for sending this advanced copy. But over at Organic Price Books, use code GemMint. It'll save you $2. Let me know what you think about this omnibus in the comments down below. Appreciate you watching. Stay minty fresh. Peace.